Greetings, my name is Neosekken, welcome back to my Let's Play of Aoi Shiro. In the last episode, in preparation for our test of courage, we had a little session of ghost stories inside the temple with Migiwa. And right towards the end of her tale, we've learned that apparently she has some spiritual powers of her own that allows her to see ghosts and other spiritual auras of that sort. And, well, it definitely seemed to have confirmed Shioko's suspicions, at least to some extent here, that there's definitely more to Migiwa than meets the eye. And if I'm being honest with myself, I definitely have had similar suspicions myself right from the get-go. Now, so it just really makes me wonder, just what exactly is she doing here? Anyway, after that, though, we then decide to go do our test of courage proper, and then go seek the Tomoko no Tsubaki, or at least I think that's what it was called. Basically, the Tsubaki tree with the red flowers on it. We eventually went with Yasumi, and we eventually managed to find the tree itself. But on the way there, we saw some Oni, or at least a Oni, and then we saw some other humanoid figure very briefly, but we didn't really get a chance to get a clear look at them. So we were being followed, it would seem, but for what reason, I don't know. But anyway, we eventually found the tree itself. Shoko put her hand on it, and then, well, I guess she absorbed something from the tree, because right after that, not only did we feel a strange heat emanate from her palm, all the flowers on the tree ended up just falling right off, right then and there, right after this whole action occurred. So, yeah, Yasumi and Shoko just decide to, well, just head back and just, pretend nothing happened and hope that, nothing more will come of this. And now here we are, apparently, I guess, waking up in the middle of the night, because I guess that same strange sensation that Shioko's been feeling ever since she touched that tree is now really bothering her, making her feel hot and all that. So I guess we're now going to see, well, what's going to come from this. The raging wind was strong. If this were a desert and not the beach, the wind would have swirled the dry sand upwards, and I'd soon be completely covered by it. Perhaps the waves were fanned by the wind, because they were also high. Today's ocean and yesterday's ocean were quite different. Excuse me. Was it because it was getting close to that time? People here believed that the sea became rough because the spirit of the Oni King raged, but perhaps I was to blame? I didn't even think about that the seas might start raging now that you did something with that tree. The Tsubaki Hill is said to hate outsiders. We went into the summer Tsubaki forest, and I called Yasuhime-sama's Tokusaki to scatter, caused it to scatter, excuse me. That's why, it's my fault. Nani? A frightening sound reverberated. It was like the sound of a raging bull. It wasn't my imagination. The sound wasn't just in my head. I could hear it coming from the island. From Urashima, where the Oni King was said to be defeated. We might have just woken something up here that should not have been woken up. Good going, Shoko. I rubbed my cold shoulders, which were completely cooled by the swirling wind, and turned my back to the Unasaka Sea. It's okay. It'll be okay. I climbed up the stone steps and passed by the temple gate. A faint blue-white shadow entered the edge of my vision, causing my heart to pound. Like moonlight peering through the darkness, the shadow of a person with long hair fluttered as it moved. Could it be? Was that what attacked Aoi Shiro last night? Hey, Nami. It wasn't. I had been mistaken. I was thinking too much and would have been scared if I saw dried pampas gas. Grass, excuse me.
Nami, どこ行くの?
Nami noticed me and patted my way. She grabbed and hugged me.
もしかして私のことを探してた?
I guess that's a yes.
おはようございます。
Good morning.
おはよう。で、綾代、今日も体調悪いの?
As Aoi Shiro came to give a greeting, I noticed her complexion was just as bad as yesterday.
もしかして肝試しが響いた?
I thought that might have caused her to have some trouble sleeping, since Aoi Shiro was the type to be easily frightened.
いえ、ゆうべは楽しかったですし、きちんと眠ったつもりなんですけど。
Continuing from yesterday morning, the cause of Aoi Shiro's condition might be. Sleeping soundly in the next futon was Yasumi, who really was bad at getting up in the morning. Her complexion didn't look that bad. Anyways, there was no need to wake you with Nami. I brought my face close to Yasumi, shaking her, as I called out to her in a low voice.
休み、そろそろ起きなさい。
はーい。ももちゃん、声変わりした。
私よ、休み。
翔子先輩。
Good morning, Yasumi.
おはよう。目が覚めたかしら。
おはようございます。
She was turning red and then pale this morning, but her physical condition didn't seem bad.
休みの方は大丈夫みたいね。今日も調子悪いらしいのよ、綾代。
綾代先輩、大丈夫なんですか？ええ、別にそれほどひどくはないんですけど。
心当たりは何かある？
心当たり？
例えば、昨日の朝に言ってた髪の長い。
はい、私見ました。巷で噂の幽霊少女、秋田桃子が目撃しました。
And good morning to you too, Momoko. The person who raised her hand with force was not Aoi Shiro.
桃子が？
桃子ちゃん、見たんですか？
She gave a big nod, indicating that she'd seen it.
本日未明のことなんですけどね、喉の渇きに目が覚めて水でも飲んでこようかと布団を抜けて部屋から外に出てきたわけです。それで部屋に戻ってきた時に、あれ、何か変だなって違和感を覚えたわけですね。障子はきちんと閉まっているのに、素通して月明かりを入れた時みたいに部屋の中が妙に明るかったんですね。もしや誰かが目を覚まして携帯でメールでも打ってるのかなと、そう思って部屋の中を見渡しましたら、姫先輩の体の上にぼーっと光る人影のようなものが。
Well, that's interesting. Momoko overdid the retelling of the story, ending with a scream.
間違いなく幽霊少女でしたね。姫先輩の情報通り半分透けて見えましたし、しかも光っていたせいで顔もぼんやりしてました。
顔は見てないのか。
長い髪の毛も邪魔でしたしね。ただし私が見たところ結構スタイル良かったんで、容疑者候補のリストから人の波は消して良いかと思われます。はい。
You'd say Nami doesn't have a good sense of style.
それでその後どうなったわけ？
映画や漫画の吸血鬼みたいに姫先輩の首筋に顔を近づけてたものですから、私勇気を振り絞って引き剥がそうと思ったわけです。それで私が「うおー!」って指さしたらスーッと消えてしまいました。
その声聞こえて起きた人。
You sure you didn't dream it?
ゼロか。それで
王座先輩は私を信じてくれてるのでしょうか？ももちゃん、ファイト。
Her voice lacked spirit, but it seemed she regained some of her resolve as she continued her explanation again.
そのすぐ後のことなんですけどね、急に部屋がガタガタミシミシ言いまして、耳を澄ますと外からは変な低い音が聞こえてくるわけですよ。ブオーブオーって。ミギーさんの話で後ろにって出てきたじゃないですか。てっきりあれにお寺が襲われたのかと思いましたね。うわー、絶対先輩信じてないです。私もさすがにここまで来たら嘘っぽいって思ってます。ももちゃん、
誰も信じないなんて言ってないでしょ。
I saw a bizarre thing at the test of courage last night. A living creature, like a small oni, and for a moment the shadow of a small statured person. Well, definitely getting a good look at you, and I believe I've also seen you from the opening cinematics and stuff. It was about the same size as Nami, but its pale face was too white. And what peeked out from its upturned mouth? Was it something like vampire fangs?
あやしろ、ちょっと首筋見せて。
I lifted up her jaw and put my face close to her neck.
見てわかる傷はないみたいね。
I lightly brushed the area, but the skin was smooth, and I didn't feel anything catching on my fingertips.
痛かったりとかの自覚はないですけど。
それなら吸血鬼というより。
Perhaps it was ticklish because Aoi Shiro's shoulders flinched, and her eyebrow twitched. She tried to endure, but her body quivered. Beneath the palm of my hand, past the thin white skin, I could tell that Aoi Shiro's warm blood was flowing.
翔子さん、どうしました？
いや、
That couldn't be true.
翔子先輩？
ちょっと考え事してただけよ。
Yes, that was the case. And also, I was thinking too much. I kind of disagree with you there.
それにしても2日連続でこんなことがあったりするとなると、何か対策が必要よね。
Anyways. Talk to the monk!
ちょっと和尚に相談してみるわ。
Since we couldn't clear up this matter ourselves, we should discuss it with the adults. Though he said he didn't have any spiritual sense, we didn't either. But he should have knowledge gained through the years.
ランニングはどうしますか？
ちょっと待ってて。戻ってきてからどうするか決めるから。どのみちあやしろは今日も休んだ方がいいけどね。
いえ、そこまで悪くはないんですよ。
Aoi Shiro tried to smile to show she was okay, but that smile was a little pathetic. That smile tugged at my heart. I couldn't stand looking at it, so I escaped by leaving the room. The monk should be at the bell altar. I caught up with the monk as he was returning to the main temple after ringing the bell and explained the situation to him.
また出ましたか。
今度は別の目撃者付きです。
If Aoi Shiro was the only one that saw it, in all probability it could have remained a figment she saw while drowsy.
それで副部長さんは大丈夫ですかな。
昨日と同じでだるい程度で、それほどひどくはないらしいです。どうしたものでしょうかね、このお寺。本当に因縁話とかそういうのはないんですか？
うちは密教系をやっておる天台や真言と違い、ごまなどたかんのでな。
He didn't seem to have anything that could counter a ghost, besides Kumuuchi.
そうだ、お嬢さん方、座ってみてはいかがかね。
座る？
インドのヨガが健康に良いともてはやされておるのを知っておるかね。
How is this going to help with our problem?
はあ。
禅にも内観の秘法というものがありましてな。
Sickness starts from the spirit. So he's saying ghosts also start from the spirit. And that's how things turned out. Not terribly
座り
helpful.
方には2種類あって、結跏趺坐と半跏趺坐がありまする。お嬢さん方は慣れてないことですし、半跏で構いませんぞ。
After that intro to us first-timers, the Zen meditation time began. Though we weren't doing anything in particular, it was rather hard to sit just for the sake of sitting. In addition, the monk only went easy on us in the beginning. If you fidgeted to try to relieve your numbed feet, then the monk would, without mercy, unleash his Zen stick.
Cut!
And of course, you'd be the first one to fidget, Momoko. It was only natural that the one to receive the most whacks from the great swordsman monk was Momoko, who couldn't sit still.
正座ならちょっとは慣れてるんだけどね。
I was also a little numb, but it wasn't so bad that I couldn't stand up. If I could force myself to stand up, then I would be able to manage what happens afterwards somehow.
あやしろは平気？
私もちょっとしばらく動かないで様子を見てみます。座禅が終わったのに座り続けるとはまさに座禅スパイラ。
As Momoko tried to force herself to stand up, her foot flew back and she fell. Was it her butt which hit the ground that hurt? Her cramped feet? Or perhaps both? I vote both.
慣れんうちは辛いですかな。
The monk spoke as he tapped the Zen stick on his shoulder. Ah, that's right. Besides the matter concerning Aoi Shiro, there was something else I needed to tell the monk. I regret everything!
実は和尚、関係あることかどうかわからないんですけど。
I told him what happened last night at the test of courage. Whether it was just a coincidence, or it was inevitable because of that I did that. The moment I touched the trunk with my hand.
なるほど。床先の椿が散りましたか。
It wasn't just one or two flowers. All the flowers had dropped from the branches.
和尚、すみません。
謝ることなどありませんぞ。部長さんは木の幹に触れる以上のことは何もしておらんのじゃろ。
先輩は本当にちょっと触っただけです。
It's like what Yasumi said in my defense. I only touched it, But the me at that time was entranced by something that wasn't acting normally. But before I could say that out loud, the monk cleared up everything nicely.
ならば単に間が悪かっただけじゃろ。諸行無常、万物流転。形あるものは永遠に見えようと、いつかは滅びる宿命にあるものよ。
You're certainly taking this well,
はい。
but that makes me more concerned than not.
年がら年中間断なく常に咲いている方が異常といえば異常ですしな。
四季咲きの花も年中花を見ることができますけど、枯れないわけではないですしね。
Yeah, but all at once, like that? The entire flowers at the bases?
生、老、病、死の宿は人間のみならず生きとし生けるものの上にあるべきじゃ。
I felt a little guilty by the monk's magnanimity, but was able to let out a relieved sigh.
まだ木に命が残っているなら、また春に咲いたりもするのではないかな。椿は本来春を告げる花じゃからの。
Along Japan, which is an island that's long lengthwise, the time when the tsubaki blooms also differs. The blooming front of tsubaki, which traveled from south to north, resembled a person going around planting tsubaki.
ですけど、貴重な花だったんですよね。
なに、こちらにあるのは一本きりでも、それが全てとは限らんじゃろ。あの床先の椿はな、九段の寺受け制度の時に九郎流の一部の技とともに正心寺に伝えられたものなんじゃよ。浦島にある九郎様の禁足地、根方さんの私有地でもある森にはな、
一面の
Red tsubaki. The forest of Tokosaki no tsubaki I saw in my dream.
先日話した火の薬を覚えておるかな。九郎流までが流出しておるのに、それ以上に役立つだろう薬の調合法が流出しておらぬのはおかしいと思わんかね。安姫様が島を去った後、根方の当主は火の薬でもって人々の病を癒し、地位と信用を勝ち得てきたそうじゃが、火の薬の色と薬効は2ではなく床先の椿に由来するものだとも言われておる。ですから貴重なものであっても積んだりされてきたわけで。
椿ですけど、和尚、昨日聞いた話では安姫様の椿の木で病気の元凶になった
マタムですかな。
そのマタムを封じているそうじゃないですか。だとしたら私が花を散らせたから。
That's why there was such a frightening sound coming from Urashima last night. I didn't say that as a joke at all. The monk tapped his head and made an awkward expression.
はは、これはしたり。部長さんはあの話をまるまる信じてしまいましたか。
And you don't?
そういうわけでは。
純真なお嬢さん方にそのような話を聞かせて、種明かしをせなんだわしが悪かったやもしれん。
I wonder if there was a common sense explanation for the things that happened. Not that I can think of.
真夜中にそれこそマタムが鳴くような不気味な音を聞いた方もおるでしょう。あれは島鳴りと呼ばれておる現象でしてな。地元の人間にはこの時期の風物詩のようなものですわい。
Okay, I'll just ask one of the locals and confirm if this is indeed a thing.
九郎様の祭りの時期には必ず嵐が訪れ
You
る
know, just make sure you're not lying
風
to
も
me.
相当吹くわけですが。部長さん、ビールでも何でも構わんが、瓶の口から息を吹き入れて遊んだことは終わりかね。原理を簡単に説明すると、つまりはそういうことなんじゃ。浦島には相当な数の洞穴が開いており、内部で複雑につながったりしているらしい。そのほとんどは根方さんが管理しておる禁足地にあるそうなんじゃが、
島自体が大きな笛。
祭りの始まる時期を告げる運命の洞貝というわけじゃな。
Ah, That simple and understanding explanation reassured me a lot.
なんだ、昔話の鬼の怨念云々には種も仕掛けもあったわけですね。
I really wish I could believe that.
昔話や伝説を理屈でもって解体すると、その9割ほどには元ネタとなる事件や習俗が見つかると花子さんも言っておったな。
Yeah, well, how do you know that this is an instance of one of those 9 times out of 10? How do we know it's not the one instance out of 10 that's actually true? So the real identity of the ghost was something like dried pampas grass. Was it? Example. The one-eyed, one-legged forge god often seen could be one whose eye got hurt by the hearth and leg got hurt on the bellows. Aoi Sensei also said something like that before.
とにかくじゃ、部長さんが床先の椿をどうにかしたらしいというのとは無関係じゃからご安心召されよ。
白いご飯に鮭の切り身。
Yeah, I'm sorry, Monk, but I can't really believe you. I just call it a hunch. And look at you, getting more animal protein. Salmon shioyaki was the main dish this morning. With miso soup, diced eggplant, and yesterday's leftover pork, there was plenty for breakfast. For side dishes, there was also tokoto mozuku, seaweed, and pickled cucumbers made overnight. Also, there was pickled radish.
ザッツ日本人の朝ごはん。てかしたぞ、チナイスメニュー。
Following yesterday's meal of pork was fish today, so Momoko was extremely delighted.
いやいや、マネージャーさんが天蔵を務めてくださると美味しくてつい食べ過ぎてしまいますな。
そうそう、私の滞在中はずっといてほしいくらいだわ。
まさにわしの娘にならんかね。
相沢さんならお嫁に欲しいわ。ダメですよ、ザワッチは寮でも大人気の購買率なんですからね。
And you just want to monopolize her. Momoko, who was the #1 monopolizer of Yasumi, grabbed a hold of Yasumi's arm and pulled it towards her.
ももちゃん長のところって仲いいわよね。え？まさに女子校って感じ？
Well, there was no mistake that Seiju had a lot of rich ladies attending, and it was an all-girls school.
ところで、みんな？
A teacher from that very all-girls school started talking about something that was a little difficult to bring up, it seemed.
これからの予定なんだけどね。
Why? What's going on?
合宿を早めに切り上げるですか？
Really? It's because of this stuff that's just started developing ever since that test of courage, isn't it? You know what's going on here?
何もなければよかったんだけど、親御さんも心配するでしょうし。
If their daughters were to be in the typhoon's path at a far-off camp and couldn't move, it would indeed cause them to worry. Okay, so it's just the weather thing then. But no. That's still... Yeah, it could be you're just concerned about a typhoon trapping us, but... Well, I don't know. I don't really have any reason to suspect you know more than what you're saying.
姫先輩の家なんかどこにですよね。何？姫さんのところ厳しいの？
厳しいというか、猫っかわいがりの親バカ？
私も本当は桃子ちゃんややすみちゃんのように寮に入りたかったんですよ。
家遠いの？
We're gonna get trapped on this island, aren't we? And the only way that we're gonna get off it is, I don't know, have Nami pray with all her might until she collapses and dies or something, right? And if that's indeed what actually happens, please, please, please don't spoil it for me. I'm just, again, tossing wild theories out here.
通えない距離ではないんですけど。
It seemed a little tough on her since she had to wake up a little earlier than others and leave before the gates were locked.
でも代わりに好きな部活動を許可してもらったんでしょ。
へえ、そんなことがあったのね。顧問も知らない真実。
Setting that aside for now, we had to decide what to do from here on out.
私は
Yasumi looked undecided as she lowered her gaze.
私は早く正常に帰った方が。
You too, huh? She said it slowly, but her opinion was clear. Sensei nodded to Yasumi in acknowledgement. Next, she turned to look at me.
幼いさんはどう思う？
Should we continue the train camp or not? Oh. We can actually just decide to go? Well, if we do stay when we find her, if we are about to be caught up in something big, like I suspect we're going to, then maybe going back now will be the one opportunity we'll have here to avoid that bullet. Or maybe we should just wait and see what happens, because maybe, just maybe, it's fate that we should stay here and deal with whatever is coming our way if we choose to stay. Could be a save the world plot going on for all we know. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's gonna be quite that grand, whatever this is, so you know what? Let's see what happens if I go back.
そうですね。
I'm the captain, so I shouldn't base my decision on what one person likes or dislikes. Sensei's also expecting that of me. Okay.
先生、今回の合宿を学校側に認めさせるのかなり苦労しましたよね。
そうね。先生もまだ勤め始めて1年目の新米もいいところだし、何より場所が遠すぎるし。
My apologies. This is really gonna not look good for you, isn't it? So it was due to the former captain's planning and Sensei's zeal, and also the connections of Kakubi Sensei and Monk Yukai. So if anything happened, it's not just our problem. It would also cause trouble for all those people.
いろいろ厳しい目で見られると思うんで、あまり無理をするのは得策ではないかと。例えば台風の影響で交通機関が止まった場合、危なくなってからも動けませんし、それから和尚、ここって土砂崩れなんかは。
サラの木の根が張っとるせいか、うちの山には今のところ覚えがないが、まあ崩れるところは崩れるし、太鼓判は押せんの。
Well, there you go.
ですから石橋を叩いて渡るようですけど。
I think it's better if we cut the camp short and turned back early.
わかったわ。
Real shame, we didn't really get to do a whole lot of training of any sort. Sensei went back to ask the opinions of the other members. After that, she was considering what to do. While we were waiting for the decision, there were murmurs going around about what was going to happen. And then Aoi Sensei pushed up the bridge of her glasses.
先生は基本的に生徒の自主性を重んじたいと思うんだけど、今回の合宿先を決めたのは
先代部長のアスナ先輩と先生です。
そう、今ここにいる中では先生しか関わっていないのね。だから先生の責任において決めさせてもらいます。
we're just actually going back, huh? You know what? I want to look at the flowchart.
よ、進行上。カーソルを合わせると章台が表示されるわよ。
I think I'm on this end right here. I think I'm right here. So, what, is this me getting to an ending of some kind? The vibration caused... Oh, I forgot to read some of that stuff. Okay. Clang, clang, bum, bum. Swaying, swaying, the train swayed back and forth. The vibration caused by the gaps in the rails that stretched on was in direct proportion to the speed. The train swayed incessantly. It would stop at the end of our journey. Sometimes, people's lives are compared to being on a journey. If that were so, then was this what gave the heart the ability to beat? Was this similar to the peaceful feeling a child has when embraced by his mother? Scenery flew past the window. Within that scenery, some things floated away out of necessity, since they were too far away. The thing I couldn't reach, no matter how I stretched my hand, was the air conditioning kept things cool, but the sun outside was characteristic of summer. The sky was bluer than the ocean. The faraway sky above, dilapidated Shoshinji, might look different due to a storm, but outside the window, it was nothing but blue. I couldn't see the gloomy, gray clouds in the middle of the tempest, which right now was a long way away. In this mundane place, we were getting meters and meters away, kilometers away from Shoshinji. Dark gray clouds. I really do feel like we just dodged a bullet.
予定より早く帰ることになっちゃったけど、みんな大丈夫なのかしら。私とザワッチは良性ですから、その辺は問題ないですね。食事に関しても夏休み中は調理師のお姉さん方もお休みですから。
自炊なわけね。
If people were cooking for themselves every day, then even if a few more people came, it wasn't a cause for worry.
問題ありそうなのはむしろ自宅の人ですね。娘の合宿をいいことに夫婦水入らずでバカンスに出かけてるような親はおらねが。
Undoubtedly.
もうちょっとボリューム落として。
I put a finger to my lips to shush Momoko, who was gesturing and screaming like she were a namahage, which scares bad children. I have no idea what that is. That noise of agreement was said close to my ear. Clang, clang. Bang, clang. Swaying, swaying. My body swayed. Her neck was used as a fulcrum as her head nodded, and she entrusted her body to the swaying seat. Fluffy hair acting as a pillow, I could feel her weight on my shoulder. Her nose and lips were near my ear as I felt her breath.
休み寝ちゃってるから。
She must be tired.
暑い中、ザワッチにはご飯作ってもらったり、ご飯作ってもらったり、大活躍してもらいましたからね。
Yasumi didn't have the stamina of one person, and had felt bad countless times during the training camp.
今夜ぐらいは食事番変わってあげたら。
それはむしろザワッチのためにならないかもしれませんが、よろしいのでしょうか。
About that. Bang, clang. The train ran, going over the railroad ties. Only memories remained in our respective hearts as we left Unasaka behind.
環境設定を保存するけど、それでいい？
Let's try waiting and see.
余裕があるならもう少し様子を見たいですね。
It's true that the wind's gotten stronger, but the weather didn't look like it was going to get worse yet. I felt we'd surely regret it if we cut our trip short, even though there was no sign of danger. Clearly you haven't been paying attention. There was also the situation with Nami. Well, I think it's the first time I've seen a serious expression on her face. We didn't know anything about her yet. If both Yasumi, who she was attached to, and I went away, she'd feel lonely, I think. I petted Nami as she was working on salmon bones. Sensei sighed as she realized she couldn't contend with a crying child. In the end, over half the people, including myself, didn't want to end the camp early, so we decided to stay a little longer.
それじゃあ、先生ちょっと用事で出かけてくるけど、無茶とかはしないのよ。
Yes, ma'am.
午前中は普通に練習ですから、問題あるようなことはしませんよ。
そうね。秋田さんとかは自由時間にこそ無茶をしそうな感じだし。幼いさん、あとお願いね。
まずは準備体操から。
I wanted to avoid injuries while Sensei was gone. I reminded everyone today, too, that warm-ups were important. There was not a cloud in the sky, and the blazing sun was shining down on us as usual. Only the wind was stronger than yesterday. I wondered if a storm was really going to occur in a few days.
時間です。交代してください。
I should pass judgment after I see a situation and concentrate on practice for now. No matter how scrupulous I was in warming up, if my mind was distracted, I wouldn't be able to avoid injuries. Yasumi was wearing sweats and had her beloved stopwatch in one hand. Next to her, Nami was moving her arms. You know what? I think I'm gonna lower the sound effect
テキス
volume
ト
a little
サウンド
bit.
セ BGSE の音量調節よ。
Whoops.
サウンド関連
Yeah,
の
let's go
設
with
定よ。
that. One more
設
notch.
定をサウンド SE の音量調節サウンド関連の
Yeah, I think that's good. Moving her arms up and down in sync, the long sleeves of her kimono fluttered and looked like they were getting in the way.
ナミもやってみる？
シャワーコ先輩、いくらなんでもそれは。
Yasumi fixed Nami's tangled sleeves and gave me an embarrassed smile. It's true that Nami's outfit wasn't suited for swinging a bamboo sword, but
私が剣道を始めたの確か5歳か6歳ぐらいだったけど
that was around half the age of Nami. If she were 12 or 13, so I wasn't overdoing it. If she were interested, I think it'd be fine to let her do practice swings. I also started out by holding a bamboo sword and trying to copy Natsunise as she was practicing her swings.
ああでも市内は子供用の軽いやつだったか
先生は成美選手ですか？
あとアキコさん元を正せば私が剣道をやってるのはアキコさんのチャンバラ好きが原因でね
Really?
東映おじさん年の離れた弟で夏姉さんのお父さんに剣道を始めさせたのがそもそもなのよ
へえ。
Hello, Migiwa. Migiwa, who wasn't there a minute ago, suddenly appeared.
右輪さん、私も見学ちょっといい？
それは別に構わないけど
じゃちょっくら失礼。
Migiwa placed both hands behind her back and walked around behind the team members like an inspector.
へえ、なるほど。ももちーの動き、ただものじゃないわね。
She cast a sharp glance around at times, excuse me.
おーい、姫さん。
はい。
姫さんはさ、動きは綺麗なんだけど、自分の中で完結しちゃってる。つまり、姫さんは相手がいることを想定していない。例えば、素振りをするときなんか、姫さんは誰も切ってない。
わかります。
ねえ、それって武道？
違うのかもしれません。
She said things like she were a coach.
ちょっと右が。何？部外者に口挟まれるの嫌だった？
Well, in this instance, no. This is my territory. Back off!
そんなことないけど、そのアドバイスってなんとなく適当にそれっぽく言ってみたわけじゃないわよね。私がそういうこと言うように見える？見えなかったら聞いてなかった。
I didn't think that what she was saying was wrong, but she might have just made a lucky guess.
安心して、あなたのところの子に変な癖はつけないから。ああ、そっちの子、あなたは。翔子先輩、時間です。
Yasumi's whistle blew. It was time for a 10-minute break. You know, I just realized I haven't looked at the flowchart now that I,
進行状態の
gone on
カ
different...
ーソルを合わせると章題が表示されるわよ。
Okay, so I guess this is what an ending looks like on the flowchart. A little ways back this way. Looks like we could have gone to a different path. Probably at this point. I really wish I could read this crap. Yasumi's whistle blew. It was time for a 10-minute break. We didn't have our protectors at the camp, but we still had to be careful to replace fluids to prevent heat stroke. It was fine to leave that all to Yasumi, so for someone with bad luck, it was a good time for me to be captain. I didn't have as many as Akiko-san, but in this world, I think bonds and relationships are more important than luck. Won't get any argument from me on that. And speaking of the relationships formed on this trip...
右輪って経験者？剣道はないかな。でも、剣道の道具を使って剣道のルールで試合しても、あなたたちには負けないと思うけど。
Oh, really? What other hidden skills do you have, I wonder? Her tone as she said that was to incite a reaction, but I wasn't childish enough to get angry by that.
いくらなんでも長先輩には勝てませんよ。
いや、だってこうして練習見てるとさ、あんたたちの中で強いはずの長がそれほど強いようには思えなくって。
Now those are some fighting words right there. Let's go! She really wasn't holding anything back. You could say that was characteristic of Migiwa, though.
遠出してきてやることは肝試しとか海水浴とか、ひと夏の思い出ができてよかったわね。
Why was she going on and on like she wanted to pick a fight? Probably because maybe she does?
重いし暑いし、しかも臭い。そんな防具は持ってきてすらいないし、練習もこんなのを午前中にちょろっとだけ。そんなので強くなろうだなんて、ちゃんちゃらおかしくて笑っちゃうじゃないの。
Did she want a match with me so that she could show her our ability? Let's go! I might also be to blame, but since Migiwa said that much, I was also interested in her strength. In the end, we decided to have a match. We faced each other as Migiwa played with the shinai in one hand, testing how far the end would reach.
へえ、やっぱりしないって軽いわね。 一応 420g 以上あるんだけどね。
真剣ならキロ単位でしょ。
まあね。
Anyways, the conversation ended there.
お互いにね。
Since Migiwa was a beginner to kendo, we omitted the part where we crouched before a match and started in a fighting stance.
はじめ。
After Yasumi, with her stopwatch in one hand, announced the beginning of the match, I went for a vertical attack to the head.
ふっと。
Migiwa nimbly dodged it and jumped backwards. In the space of a breath, I could tell that the basis of her movement wasn't from kendo. As I launched a series of attacks to the front, she moved around lightly with circular movements.
ミギーさん、変な動きですね。
足の動きでしょうか。
She's probably using a different style than from kendo. Her footwork wasn't like that of kendo. From blind spot to blind spot, she circled around me. If that was the case, then I changed from attacking the head to the body. Unlike the head or hand, which could move a lot with just a little motion, it'd be hard for the body to move aside. Just like I thought, I ended my series of misses and hit her.
浅い。
I had really only just grazed her. If you didn't hit the person soundly with the top portion of the sword, it wouldn't count as a strike. Even if it were a real sword and not a bamboo one, you'd have to hit the other person with the edge. If Migiwa had been wearing some sort of protector, that last strike wouldn't even have left a scratch.
じゃあそろそろ私も行きますか。
Please do. Migiwa narrowed her eyes. In an about-face, my impression of her changed from that of a mischievous cat to a predator hunting for prey. Though she was a cat, she was a wild cat. As usual, Migiwa moved with her mysterious footwork and kept circling to my right. As she rotated, she moved closer and slowly closed the distance between us. How many centimeters remained between us? The tip of her bamboo sword, held in a forward stance, caught my eye.
王神流は打量のごときをもってよしとする。
Ujinryu. Trying to distract and irritate me, like using a finger against a resting dragonfly, the tip of her sword made small circles.
これは蛇の目。ねえオサ、知ってる？蛇はね、相手を睨みつけて動きを封じるのよ。
Was she trying to agitate me with her clever talk? I didn't think there was any meaning to rotating the end of her bamboo sword. I remained silent and sharpened my five senses to look for an opening. Her arms were longer than mine, but I had a technique to make up for that. The reach of my sword was longer than hers. I didn't see any opportunities. Perhaps she disliked staying in one place, since she waved the tip of her sword up and down as she moved around. With movements like what Migiwa was doing, there should be a delay somewhere which would lead to an opening. However, her movements didn't falter, and only increased in diameter. I thought I'd also increased her area of defense. I didn't see any openings, and could only grit my teeth.
ミギーさんのあれ、もしや有名な演劇殺法？ももちゃん、蛇の目って言ってたよ。
Even though I knew she was trying to distract me, my attention was drawn to the twirling sword. That won't do. That won't do. In the long term, my entire body would be drawn in by that.
ねえオサ、撃ってこないの？私なら遠慮いらないんだけど。さっきまでの打ち込みだけど、寸止め狙いで軽くなってるんじゃない？
She's on to us! We weren't wearing protectors, so I wanted to hold back. Since Migiwa said that much, I had no choice but to follow through. If the distance between us shortened any further, I'd lose the advantage of my reach. I took a deep breath and prepared myself. I pointed the tip of my sword, which had been continually drawn in by Migiwa, to the sky.
冗談？
そんな防具つけてないのに。ホサ先輩、本気モードだ。
Judan. It was an upper stance that was all about attacking.
ヒュー。
I planned on stopping before I made contact, but I wish she wouldn't look down on me.
ちょっとまい、遠いんじゃない？
そんなことはありません。ホサ先輩の得意技は
Oh, we got a special technique, do we?
成美選手が全国を制した片手面。
One-handed front attack. Taking a decisive step forward, you close the distance between you and your opponent. The left hand lets go, leaving the sword in the right hand, increasing your reach by about 10 centimeters. You plunge straight into the enemy's position with the sword acting like a lance. God help you if she sees this coming and she just decides to deflect or move out of the way and counter with her own stab.
伸び。
Migiwa's eyes opened wide, and on one side, the edge of her lips lifted up.
なんてね。
Using the slightest of movement, she slid into the side and dodged the attack which came from above. I attacked straight ahead. She moved to the side of me, eyes glittering, cold as a dragon snake, and whispered. She's definitely no amateur.
その立ち筋には覚えがある。
You remember it.
ま、素人にしちゃ悪くないけど、剣気というには弱すぎるかな。
Kenki.
ちょっと見込み違いだったかもしれないけど、確認だけはしておきますか。
Oh no. I'd happened to change my stance to the set position of aiming at the eye. At that point, I thought I lost. Unconsciously, I had changed from Judan, a fighting stance, to Chudan, a strongly defensive stance. I had been taken in by Migiwa's technique. Once again, the tip of Migiwa's sword twirled in her eye of snake technique. I couldn't move.
ねえオサ、あんた剣を知っている？
Sword.
知らないっていう顔ね。気配や剣筋が似てるってだけで、中身は完全に別物だったか。
Who did I resemble?
あとは痛くないように勝負つけてあげるから。
The swirling tip of her bamboo sword wrapped around mine.
しまった。巻き技。
Disarming your opponent by wrapping your weapon around his. My bamboo sword flew from my hand. At that instant... Sensei! I could have made... for all I know, I could have made a cool comeback. Under the blue sky, I heard Aoi Sensei's angry voice.
あなたたち一体何をやってるの？
葵先生。
幼いさん、危ないことはしないって。
Though she just climbed the stairs under the blazing sun, Aoi Sensei wasn't out of breath and proceeded to give a long lecture. Oh well, I guess we're gonna have a rematch at some point. Place settings not yet complete. Yasumi entered the dining room after washing her hands and announced the menu for lunch.
お昼はおかゆです。
Okayu. Clearly, you don't like it. There was one person who let out a scream. Her eyes spinning, she headed towards Yasumi, who hadn't even settled down in her seat yet.
どうしたのザワッチ。朝で材料使い果たした。そんなお米だけしか残ってないなんて。もうそんなこと言うならももちゃんだけ白いおかゆに梅干しと鰹節とお醤油だけにしちゃうよ。それはそれで美味しそうではあるんですが。
おかゆってそれとは違うの？
Since okayu feels like a food used in healing, it brings to mind nanakusa gayu, okayu flavored with the 7 herbs of spring. Watercress, shepherd's purse, cudweed, chickweed, henbit, turnip, and daikon radish were the 7 herbs of spring. You don't put the 7 herbs of autumn into okayu. Also, were there even 7 herbs of summer? I don't know, this is all new to me.
茶がゆですから香りもいいしさっぱりしてて美味しいですよ。うわ、おかずは米と漬物以外のお腹にたまる食料は。もうそう言うと思って鶏そぼろとか卵そぼろとかトッピングもいろいろ用意してあるよ。うわー、ざわちきが利く。お嫁においで。普段同じ部屋で暮らしてるんだからお嫁も何もないよ。
I think she thinks otherwise. Yasumi smiled and answered with a look like there's no helping it, as Momoko hugged her, eyes shining.
とりあえず昨日のおそうめんでももちゃんちはおそうめんにトッピングつけるって言ってたのがヒントになったんだけどさ。
I think it was more than a hint, but okay.
それが通るかどうかはともかく何事も言うだけ言ってみるものです。
それだと禅寺のかゆっていうよりは中華がゆに近いかもね。
When I heard the dish was okayu, I thought we were returning to vegetarian mode, but it's not so easy to go back, it seems. The first okayu example given already had bonito flakes included in it too. And then the team for the kitchen brought out the main dish of chagayu along with side dishes.
あとはトマトが半分とそっちは枝豆のミゾレスのものです。
大根おろしは昨日の残りか。
それにお酢とお醤油で枝豆に合うんですよ。
お天道様の高いうちからこうごぎゅっといただきたくなりますな。
Stroking his white beard that had something like bubbles in it, the Iowa Hanyu person gave his first impression of the edamame.
鈴木さんはこの後に予定が？
残念ながら時期が時期ですからな。檀家回りをしてこねばなりません。いくらわしでもさすがにの。
Though not a proper monk, he was still a monk. He said it regretfully as if he had a lingering affection for last night's fun. Compared to that, Aoi Sensei was.
先生は飲んじゃってもいいかしら？
I'm pretty sure that even if you couldn't, you're going to do it anyway.
お買い物に連れて行ってくれないと晩は本当に白いおかゆになっちゃいますよ。ダメです先生、夜までストップ。
Sensei couldn't stop on her own and only stopped after hearing her students' voices. It seemed she needed more training. Thank God you have your students to help you, Sensei.
もう分かったわよ。でも夜の献立にもこれ以上のものを期待しちゃうわよ。
You got yourself a deal. After the delicious lunch, we went to the main hall to rest our stomachs.
さて、本日の午後の予定ですが、私、夕食のお買い物。
相沢さんは昨日も働いたんだし、お買い物ぐらいは誰かに代わってもらってもいいんじゃないかしら。
葵先生。
Sensei was censured for not acting like a teacher earlier, but she said something that redeemed herself as an instructor.
お店の品揃えだとか、大体の値段だとかは昨日で把握できてるんでしょ？
はい。
だったら相沢さんは献立を考えて、お買い物用のメモを作るだけでいいと思うのよ。
でも特売とか。
新聞折り込みのチラシでよければ今すぐにでもお持ちしますぞ。
あ、
休み。
Just sit this one out, Yasumi.
はい。
あなた、好意に甘えて休みなさい。
Satisfied with by the act alone, the one who rescued Yasumi, who couldn't decide what to do, was the monk, who gave a refined smile.
他の部員の方に仕事を押し付けるのは気遅れするのでしたら、今晩は節操にお任せくだされ。
まあ、お嬢様がお作りくださるんですか？
おととい昨日と美味しい食事のご商売に預からせていただいてますからな。
The monk patted his stomach, which wasn't plump as fitting his age. It didn't look that way just because of his Eastern clothing.
わしが地元のうまいものを振る舞ってしんぜよ。
本場の全料理？
Yasumi was rather interested.
動物性タンパク質がないのは嫌ですよ。
I know, Momoko. Momoko was half interested and half worried.
まあ楽しみに待ってくだされ。
Oh, don't do that. The suspense is gonna kill her. And by extension, probably everyone else. Well, I thought as a monk, he would have allayed Momoko's unfounded worries.
ところでマネージャーさん。
はい。
食材は適当に量を頼んでおきますので、明日の朝食などはその辺でやりくりお願いできますかな。
If you knew what you wanted to make and had the ingredients and had mastered the basics, you should be able to make something similar. That was the challenge the monk gave.
はい、大丈夫です。
良い返事ですな。それなら安心して今日のところは遊んできなさるといい。
イエーイ、ザワチン今日は遊ぶぜ。というわけで海に行きましょう。ミギーさんも午後暇ならばどうですか？
ああ、いや、私はいいや。水着持ってないし。
Though we've gotten to know her, she turned down Momoko's friendly invitation without any hesitation. Not the beach-faring type, are we? She didn't just decline. Hands on her hips, she stuck out her ample chest and squinted down at Momoko's not-so-ample chest.
モモチーのは借りられないだろうしね。
Oh dear. Ouch. It's okay, Momoko. I mean, there are people who, like more flat, people that are more on the flat-chested side, so don't feel too bad. Migiwa's leering. Oh, she's still black and white. It must have cut deep. Migiwa, how could you? Migiwa's leering gaze slid to the side and looked at each of our chests in turn.
オサのでもちょっときついかな。葵先生のならまあ悪くない感じで。
So she was saying that those who were in the same age range were not in her league. I do think that's what she's saying. Yes.
自慢されまくりましたよ。
Well, yes, she does seem to be satisfied.
ミギーさんなんかハブです、ハブ。
Whether it was due to anger or shame, Momoko looked away, her face red. Migiwa's gaze returned to her and said,
私をハブとはよく言った。いいことももち、お聞きなさい。いい女っていうのはね、毒を持ってるものなのよ。
Perhaps she wanted to talk about herself because she pat her chest with one hand.
ああ、ももちには毒袋がついてないのか。
なんですと？
Since we were talking about vipers, the topic of poison sacs would naturally come up. This would be a tough battle for Momoko, who couldn't have the poisonous air of a peerless beauty. Ouch!
まったく二人とも大人げないんだから。
ですよね。
Since Migiwa declined, she could have said it in a nicer way. She didn't decline in a graceful way that Momoko would accept. I wonder if she wanted to clash like this from the start. Probably, yeah. I'd say yes. Maybe she's still feeling combative from our interrupted duel earlier. So we were talking about going to the ocean.
翔子先輩。
As if she'd become afraid after Migiwa's refusal, Yasumi timidly looked up at me and asked, "Geez, we even bought swimsuits together. Did she think I was going to refuse now?" Well, that swimsuit was just a little, but a lot embarrassing though.
せっかく倒れるような寄り道してまで可愛い水着選んだんだしね。
Yasumi's face instantly lighted up, and just looking at it made me happy. That's right. We're at camp and came all the way to the ocean, so if I didn't have fun because I was embarrassed, it'd be a waste.
帰ってからもプールにぐらいは行けるだろうけど、海に行く機会は作れなそうだし。
だいたいこんなに綺麗で空いてる海は地元の方にはないですね。あったとしても私有地です。
There'd be some people at Seiju who would own such private land, though. Since I bought it, I thought I'd wear it, but now that it was time to do so, I still needed to prepare myself a bit.
休みの調子が良くないなら機内でなんとかやり過ごそうかと思ったけど。私も行くわよ。みんなと一緒に。
Passing through Shoshinji's gate and going down the stairs, there was only one road that soon led to the ocean. Whether it's because there weren't any sea-bathing guests, or because they didn't come, there weren't any houses nearby or facility. We changed in our rooms, and then put on an overgarment or not, and headed down to the side stairs towards our target, the beach. But still, it must be due to the time and situation because I felt different about the place. Running in the morning and wearing our doogie, I didn't have any weird feelings. But once I put on the swimsuit, it felt surreal to have scantily clad young girls walking out of a temple, and I felt we'd receive some sort of divine punishment. In the past, women were forbidden from entering the temple gates because they were thought to ignite impure thoughts. And I wasn't even wearing a demure in one piece, but a risque bikini.
やっぱりこれは照れるわね。
Ignore it. Try to have fun.
よく似合っていますよ。
ホサ先輩、ブラボーです。
Momoko seems to like it though. No, maybe it was just me. It's a refreshing bikini with a base color of white and blue trim. In the past, white swimsuits were said to become transparent when wet, but nowadays, that was a needless worry. Even if that was the case, I still felt as if the bikini I was wearing was too revealing. Well, too late for regrets now. The basic lines of the design were rather ordinary. but the combination of colors made it look sharp and pretty. The simple swimsuit was a bit too refreshing in some places, and was more revealing than normal underwear. It was a manufactured item sold in normal stores, so many people would have seen it at the ocean or the pool, but... Even if people said it looked good on me and praised me, it was still embarrassing to wear. I didn't usually hide when changing, and these are people who've seen me in the showers after practice. It was just a swimsuit, but...
暑いわね。
そうですか？
The reason my skin was red was surely because the sun was shining down on me from high up there.
やっぱりスタイルいいと違いますよね。私もビキニなんですけど、この差は一体何なんですか？
何と言われても。
Momoko was wearing an orange-based checkered bikini top, which suited the energetic, carefree girl, but... The reason it looked awfully childish might be because of the design, which had frills gathered at the chest.
何を食べたらそんな風になるわけですか？
そんなに特別なものは食べてないけど。
The people who cooked were either my grandpa or me. We've always eaten normal Japanese-style home-cooked food. Grandpa was an acupuncturist, so he knew more than normal people about herbal medicines. But that shouldn't be relevant.
だいたい食べ物云々なら休みと同じの食べてるわけでしょ。
Poor Momoko, a victim of her own genes. Though Yasumi ate the same 3 meals as Momoko, though in a lesser amount, she seemed to have developed rather well. It might have also been due to the contrast of her delicate and slim limbs, neck and waist.
人それぞれだと思うよ。
Well, if everyone was different, then you could say Momoko's basal metabolism was too high. In other words, my strange theory was that before it could stick to her body, almost all the energy of the food she ate was used up. Though the whole kendo team went to bathe in the sea, we were all together only in the beginning. Don't swim near the rocks. Don't go too deep where you could drown. Don't swim alone. In other words, don't do dangerous things. And beware of sharks. You know, if sharks frequent these waters. Well, then again, if that was true, then Nami here would have been eaten right up, wouldn't she? Whether she understood or not, Nami, wearing an undershirt in place of a swimsuit, nodded. After the warnings, everyone separated. Anyways, we gathered at that spot and separated from that spot. We were to heed the warnings and return to Shoshinji before free time was up, and change into clothes for doing chores. At her mountain home, there weren't many chances to go to the pool, much less the ocean. She immediately ran towards the waves.
あんまり焼くと後が辛いわよ。
は？
Yasumi and Momoko and I hadn't put on a sunscreen yet. You just say, yeah, well, just don't do it. Don't do it before going to the water, otherwise it'll just wash off. Maybe it would have been better to have done so before leaving Shoshinji, like Sensei or Aoi Shiro.
それって肌のシミとかシワとかそっち系の話ですか？
She implied that doing so would reduce the charm of the place. It seems my voice, which carried over the waves, was returned to me. It was close to 4:30, so you weren't guaranteed to burn. But under the dazzling sun, you couldn't say you wouldn't burn.
若いと調子に乗ってガンガン焼いても大丈夫なのは一桁が限界ってやつですか？
いや、まあいいわ。
I was thinking about warning her that the rough kendo dougi against sunburned skin would be very painful, though. I'm sure she'd be fine. This was the first year that Momoko joined, so she didn't have any experience with this.
何事も経験が大事だものね。
ひと夏の経験とか言うと何か意味深ですよね。なんでしたらオザ先輩、私が誠心誠意真心込めて日焼け止めとか塗りましょうか。塗りましょうとも、塗らせてください。
遠慮しとく。
She breathed roughly and wiggled her 10 fingers. If I was going to ask her to help out, she'd be quite a challenger. On the other hand, if it were a delicate type like Yasumi... Now, though I declined Momoko's kind offer, I still need to put on sunscreen. If I left it for later, there'd be no meaning to it, so I should hurry up and do so. It'd be a little difficult to properly reach my back, so I'd have to ask someone for help. So then...
あ、休み？ちょっといい？
I was just gonna suggest asking Yasumi for help. I thought that asking Yasumi would be the best solution. Yasumi hadn't put on any either, so after I was done, we could exchange places, and I could do the same for her. Normally, Momoko would be there, so I wouldn't have a chance, but without any plan in mind, she ran towards the ocean. It'd be bad to wait until Momoko got tired of swimming and came back, since Yasumi looked like she had pale, delicate skin. The negotiations went, really? Smoothly. I was already rather exposed, so the sunscreen was applied uniformly to my back without any problems. Now, it was time to exchange places. Yasumi lay down on the beach towel I had been lying on earlier. I waited for Yasumi to wriggle around and settle down in place. I then knelt by her side.
さて、
Maybe it was because I was used to my grandpa's medical office, but seeing her bare back made my hands itch to move. Oh, that won't do. That won't do. It wasn't as bad as Momoko was earlier, but my fingers wriggled without me noticing. If I was going to move, I should be useful. Then I should be useful, excuse me. I put an appropriate amount of the viscous liquid on my palms, rubbed, and then placed them on Yasumi's back. Her thin back, lacking much muscle, twitched once, which I felt through the palms of my hands. Whether it was because of my cold hands covered in sunscreen, or because Yasumi's body temperature was high, her back felt warm. I rubbed the palms across Yasumi's completely stiffened back until the white sunscreen was no longer visible. My hand slid smoothly across her back. It might be due in part to sunscreen, but also due to Yasumi's smooth skin. I couldn't say it was healthy, but her beautiful white skin was not rough at all and had no wrinkles or blemishes. Because she had let her hair down when taking a bath, this was the first time that I had a clear view of her back. Her back was mostly flat. Her delicate shoulder blades pointed out, and it was like a fragile ceramic that a potter sought to make. It was a contradiction, but I tried to add some strength and relax my strength to gently slide my hands across her back. My fingers just barely touched the surface of her back and brushed her shoulder blades.
くすぐったいです。
I pulled back my hands without thinking.
おあいこよ。私だってさっきはくすぐったかったんだから。
I tried to make up for that by putting more strength into it so it wouldn't be ticklish. Thinking about it, if Yasumi would have been hurt by just me touching her, she would have been killed by Momoko long ago. True. The reason I didn't think of that was either due to the heat, or maybe because I was tired.
さて、こんなものかな。
I took my hands off Yasumi's back and dropped them. There was still some warmth lingering. Uh-oh, what's wrong? Looking at my hand, I remembered. The moment I touched the Tokosaki no Tsubaki, the Tsubaki flowers fell, and I felt as if something had flowed into me. When Yasumi collapsed earlier, wasn't I nearby? Could it be? Could it be? In order to stay alive, I needed to...
先輩、どうしたんですか？
God damn it, we were so close to getting something.
いや、こんなものかなって。
The moment I stopped my hand, causing Yasumi to look up at me, was when Momoko, who should have been swimming, returned. Why did her voice come from the direction of the mountains?
ザワッチー、オサ先輩、海に遊びに行くって言ったらお嬢さんがスイカくれたんですよ。
How generous of him. After swimming in the ocean, she saw a green swimsuit and black hair, so she remembered the watermelon that was soaking in the well.
というわけで、今からパリーンかスイカ割りとかやりませんか？
それで？
これで。
Momoko was holding the item we used as a baton last night during the test of courage. Komochi.
市内じゃさすがに割れないですし。
Momoko said, without any shame, that it was just better to use that wooden sword than just a stick. Well, it's true that a wooden sword was suitable for smashing open a watermelon, but...
ありがたいお守りの上に借り物なのよ。スイカ切りとかに解明狙ってるわけ？
I wonder what the name watermelon cut would be in Japanese.
いやいや、さすがにそんなことは。
没収。
Seriously, though, we shouldn't go defiling the sword like that. There was a mysterious location in Shoshinji. There was a place to which I had a fateful connection. There was one additional place besides the location of Tokosaki no Tsubaki, which I caused to scatter last night. The Oni stepping stones. In the past, it was the location from where Natsu-Nisan and I crossed over to Urashima.
ちょっと行ってみるかな。
I might be able to remember something. Guess it's worth a shot. I might be able to remember something about what happened to my body. As I neared the Oni stepping stones, something silver flashed in front of my eyes. It'd be dangerous to move carelessly, so I kept both feet on the ground. Ah, so this is where you've been hiding. I only moved my eyes and searched the area for what had happened.
なんだ、オサか。
On a rock near the Oni stepping stones was Migiwa, who had declined Momoko's offer and should have been off somewhere. Well, I think this counts as
声もかけずに近寄
somewhere.
るといろいろと危ないわよ。
釣り糸？
It seems I had the bad timing to come here just as Migiwa was casting her fishing line.
You...
She bent the bow, and with a springy sound, the tip, with a hook on the end, flew towards the ocean. Though it didn't have a reel or anything, and was like a simple stick used to fish in a pond, the line traveled quite far. The reason I came here was because I wanted to look at the Oni stepping stones. Only Migiwa and I were at this forbidden place where no one is supposed to enter. This wasn't a bad time to ask some questions. She might ask some back to you, man. The reason Migiwa was here. What was Migiwa doing here? And also that swordplay that I lost to. I wanted to combine all those questions and get straight to the point, but...
ところでさ、あなたって一体何者なわけ？
That was the question I asked. You read my mind. I was going to suggest that you just ask that question.
何者って当時に来た女子高生なんて言い訳は聞かない？
Not really. I wouldn't believe that, so I didn't respond. I didn't shake my head or look away. I just kept staring straight ahead at her. Migiwa gave a sigh, as if it couldn't be helped.
キアンの家の本家筋は由緒正しい旧家でね。代々続く804年、ずっと一族老頭でとあるお宝を守り続けてきたわけ。
And I take it that you're part of this Kian house?
なんせ王朝変わっても薩摩に武力で併合されてもアメリカさんとの決戦地になっても手放さずに秘匿し続けてきたんだから大したものよ。あ、さすがにアメリカさんの統治下じゃやばかったかな。それでそのお宝の剣、いわゆる古代の宝剣なんだけど。
剣？
刀剣は神の宿る器だからね。あんたが持ってる雲打ちなんて足元にも及ばないような霊剣新たかな神器、真剣なんだけど。
それ売ればさぞかしいい値がつくんでしょうね。
まあね、そうね。表に出せば国宝級どころか国宝そのものだろうしね。あいにくと鑑定書とか箱書きなんかはないけどさ。
She was looking down on Kumouchi, which looked like a cheap wooden sword, but those things often appeared as national treasures too. Thinking about it, if it were a bronze weapon, just maintaining it would cost a lot of money.
それがこの前盗まれたわけ。
Wow. That sucks. The sword that was protected for 800 years, past Satsuma's invasion, past America's occupation, was stolen. Well, that was a major event.
本家の上にさらに上があるんだけれど、そっちの方にも内緒で持ってたわけだから。ああ、さすがに手遅れになったらまずいから、猶予はあと 2,3 日ってところかな。
I understood that this really was a big deal to Migiwa's house, though.
それはともかく、右輪がここにいることとの関連性が見えないんだけど。
あれ？信じてない？
No.
あんまりね。でも和尚の宗派の偉い人とのつながりがあるってことはやっぱり宗教関係なんだ。
まあね、宮内庁もびっくりな秘密組織よ。
First it's national treasures, now it's the Imperial Household Agency. She really did bring up a lot of things. You are definitely not ordinary, that's for sure. Since Migiwa lowered her voice, I also happened to seriously listen to what she had to say.
私はね、鬼を追いかけてきたわけよ。
鬼？
I wonder if she'd been playing with me from the very beginning. Why would a person chasing an oni be relaxing here fishing? Jeez.
そんなに大事なものだったら警察に届けるなりもっと人を増やすなりすればいいのに。
そう？
I felt a cold spray on my forehead and cheeks. It wasn't spray that had leapt out of the ocean, but fragments of water falling from the sky.
おっと、雨だ。
So it is.
戻りましょうか。私は濡れても構わないけど、右輪は濡れたら大変じゃないの？
ああ、いや、私はもう少しこの場にいるわ。
わざわざ雨に濡れてまで、なんで？
剣を奪った盗人がそろそろ現れるかもしれないでしょ。
Well, I guess that's a good enough reason to stay here. The sharp blue glare that peered past her wide-open eye was like a drawn sword.
本気だったんだ。
冗談なんかで連日連夜暇な見張りはしてませんって。
Her serious eyes were mixed in with her joking words. Migiwa's gaze moved towards the open sea.
長とか来てから楽しくなったけどね。
Unasaka was floating where Migiwa was looking. The only road connected to that island is the Oni stepping stones. Whether it was a metaphor or not, it was fitting that Migiwa was chasing an Oni by watching over a road used by an Oni.
鬼。
You know, I wonder. That, girl with the fangs and the red eye and all that, I'm assuming that she's an Oni too. Is she the one that Oni that you're chasing by chance? Can I get a name? I pushed up my wet bangs, which were annoyingly plastered against my forehead. Migawa's gaze returned to me.
ま、帰ってすぐに入れるようにお風呂開けといてくれたら嬉しいかな。
誰か入ってたら一緒に入りなさい。
いいけど相手が和尚だと問題あるわね。
張りすぎよ。
おお、部長さん、ちょっと手伝ってくれんかね。
Okay, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cut things here. So, I think we've definitely learned a lot more about Migiwa this episode than I was expecting to. That's for sure. A lot more. So she comes from a long lineage of protectors of a sword, huh? And she's chasing an Oni. Definitely explains her spiritual. I think that definitely does go a long ways to explaining her spiritual power, which she could probably use to track Onis and whatnot. Her sword skills, which she'd probably use to fight them. It's like a big whopping puzzle piece just landed right into my lap. I wonder when we're going to see those Oni again, though. Anyway, like I said, I'm just going to end things here, and we can maybe get an answer to at least one of these questions. Maybe we can see if we'll actually see them again, or something in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Aoi Shiro. If you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will see you all next time. Take care.